Cruise Show, Power 106,
Hey
number one for
now,
hip hop.
let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is major for the Cruise Show.
It's so major, you guys. You
Meek
have no
Mill
idea.
is here
Yes.
on the Cruise Show. My
Yeah.
guy, Meek. Now, Meek, you've been coming to Power 106 your entire career since the beginning. MMG, right?
Yeah.
Why is Power 106 in Los Angeles so important to your brand, Meek?
Power is a day one to my career since I've been coming on the West Side. Power has been supporting my whole movement, and you know, it was detrimental to my career in the West. Like, you know, if you don't got Power, you don't got it on the West when you coming through.
Something
you
wrong.
knew you up. Yeah, no, it ain't right. It ain't gonna connect the right way. So you know, y'all showed love, and I made sure I showed love back.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
My first year here at Power, Meek surprised everybody at a Cali Christmas and shut it down.
Yeah, that was crazy. Cali Christmas is cracking. We always talk about that, me and my friends.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a moment.
They had a lot of artists there. I think it was like Lil Wayne. I can't remember.
Drake.
There was a lot of people there. Drake, Rose.
I think Justin Bieber came out.
Yeah.
No,
it's
you
crazy.
don't understand. Meek definitely shuts it down. I did a
What
party
party
with
did you
him.
go to?
We did a mansion party, and he had lions and giraffes and all these animals.
Oh,
We were
yeah,
like,
that was
what
my
the
favorite.
Was it at
party.
the LA Zoo?
No, it was like in the hills.
Yeah, it was crazy.
popping.
I woke up in the bed with all my clothes on with a bottle of Ciroc.
That's how you know it's a good time.
Yeah.
It was an amazing party.
When
Thank
you
you,
wake
Meek.
up, you could just get up and go because
I
it was
still-
from the night before.
I still had my hat on when I woke up.
My man. Meek has some legendary parties. Bro, there's so much to talk about, right? The Motivation Tour is about to kick off.
Yeah.
New album about to kick off as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations on everything. Really quick, that video that you put out of you falling in front of your mom's house, legendary. dog.
Yeah. I put that out a minute ago. A lot
Yeah.
of people, everybody was texting me like, yo, why you put that out? I'm like,
Because
yo,
you got to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, you gotta have some type of humor. Like I'm walking out my mom's house. Y'all don't get ice on the steps out here.
We don't. No, so we don't
that's
understand.
Yeah, I don't understand
But you
that.
ate shit,
But
bro.
I probably spent a year and a half in LA and then went home and forgot about the ice. How you can't see it. You run down the steps and, you know, I fell down the steps. The snow fell on my head.
Right,
Off the tree
right.
like a cartoon.
Oh
That's
my
right.
God.
It was fun.
That's right, man. What are the plans for the holidays, my G? I know you constantly give back, and we're on tour. We're working.
Yeah, on the holidays, Thanksgiving, I just spent Thanksgiving with my family in the hood.
That's
That was
right.
a great feeling just to go back and be around your family. Christmas, of course, we do a lot of giving back, but really, my main priority is like spending time with my family and making my son.
Do you join them in the kitchen, or you're like, nah, I'll let you guys handle
But
that?
yeah, no. I love my aunts and my grandmoms and my cousins.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a lot of girl cousins, aunts, and my grandma, my mother.
They're
so-
like, we got this.
Yeah, you know what I did this year is like I offered to help, knowing that they would kick me out, but at least I offered.
Yeah, exactly,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Yeah.
Safe bet.
And they're like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know how to cook like that. I don't even know how to cook like oodles and noodles and stuff.
Yeah, easy.
And
You
breakfast.
When
Things like
you were
that.
locked up, did you ever make a grilled cheese or anything like that
A
in your
grilled
cell?
cheese, no, not a grilled cheese, but we cooked a lot of food, like a lot of nacho grandes, and you mix the oodles and noodles up with a bunch of food. It looked nasty,
You
but
can
it's
make a
good as
feast
hell.
out of it, but it's good, right?
Yeah, you make it work.
Get a Snickers cake on your birthday?
I gained 20 pounds in jail.
Yeah?
That means I was eating
Damn,
good.
you was eating good.
They're getting fat in
Hell
jail,
yeah.
man.
Right?
Yo, for real. All right, Championships. It's out Friday.
Yeah.
And they can start buying tickets for the tour, the Motivation Tour on Friday as well, right?
Yeah,
You can
definitely.
pre-sale on Tidal as well. You can pre-sale the tickets to the tour. Pre-sale
Yeah.
the album as well right now on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, definitely. Championships coming out.
Yep.
Friday is getting lit.
Now,
You know
listen.
what I mean? What you got to say? Go ahead.
Well, championships, right? So it's the title of the album, obviously, right? So we going for the gold, right? We going for the hardware, right?
Yeah.
But what's the direction of the album?
The direction of this album just to have all hot shit on there on all different angles. Like a lot of times I hear like newer music, you know what I'm saying? I'm like come from like the era right before this era. So I'm not with like making 10 songs that sound like the same thing.
My
Even though
man.
I like that music too.
Right.
But I like to give people a more broad choice to pick from. You might want to be in the clubs. You might come from a bad neighborhood where you go through things on a daily basis. You might be depressed. You might wake up in good moods and want to work out and motivated. You want to be inspired. I want to give people all different aspects
Yeah.
and different sounds. And, you know, I'm getting older. I'm 31 years old. As
Yeah,
grown and
still
grown.
young. You still young.
Yeah, I'm learning more. I'm getting better at rapping. I practice every day. So, you know, I'm just
You still
trying
practice every day?
Yeah, I go to
That's
studio
dope,
every
yeah.
day. So, you know, it's like
Hone those skills.
trying to perfect my skills and take things to another level. So, you know, just give them everything all in one project.
Is there features on the album?
Yeah, it's some real features on the album, some big features on the album. I wanted to wait till the album come out and really let people experience like the whole package at one time, so they could be like, "Oh, damn, this or when you see the track list on the day it come out, you actually get excited and wanna. If you may not be the biggest fan of me, but you might be the biggest fan of this feature that's on my song.
That's right. That's right. Yo, it was great to see for hip hop. Great to see you and Drake on stage.
Yeah, hell yeah. We actually been in contact like probably like a year before that.
Before that, right?
But we was making like this the right timing and catching up on the right time to make it fully natural and
sure, yeah.
And really
it's gotta be
like,
right.
Yeah, and be effective. And the whole message was just to send out what type of time we was on, because the message is send out love and building bridges and not really separating bridges. We see a lot of bridges being separated in hip hop all the time, and everybody always take things to another level where they can't be fixed at. So, you know, it was just like, it was a competitive thing. We had fun. It built us, made us stronger. And boom, we touched the stage in Boston.
That was crazy. Yeah, they went nuts, man. It was, again, great to see for hip hop.
Yeah, it was exciting. We had fun. We both had fun.
And a mature move.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a mature move when hip hop, I think, is a little immature at the moment, here and there. It was a very mature move.
Yeah,
for
I'm
hip-hop.
a leader too. We leaders. I feel
That's
like
right.
we leaders, and I ain't out to do what makes things sell on the internet and things like that. If I make something sell, this is sell. Showing love make people really focus on what we got going on, not actually doing stupid stuff and going crazy just to get a look. I ain't with that.
Who you taking on tour with you?
Actually, we can't disclose. Yeah, I would have disclosed it when when I dropped the tour, but it's just gonna come out in the next few days. We're going.
Your manager already told me, so I'm about to expose it all.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
he probably don't even know yet.
I'm kidding. I don't want to get him in trouble. Yo, so listen, from a hip hop artist point of view, a celebrity point of view, who's been locked up in the system, right? And I know that we're looking for prison reform, and you know you have a lot of work to get done in that area, right? But what is Tekashi going through at the moment as a hip hop artist and a celebrity in jail?
I don't know exactly what he going through. I know what I was going through. I was going through hell on earth, and it was like a serious situation, man, locked up. And, you know, if you're a celebrity, sometimes they lock you up 23 hours a day. So it's basically boil you down to you and your conscience, or you and God while you in the cell for 23 hours a day. So, you know.
And that's just to protect you, right?
Yeah, but I was in there for a short period of time, but then, you know, they release you into the real jungle where the real gangsters is at, you know what I'm saying? And I used to always want to tell that kid, like, you give out a certain type of energy. If you give out that energy actually comes back, and he was kind of on that energy, so I guess this is his path in life that put him in the energy that he was giving out. So, you know, I don't never want to see nobody in that type of situation, but
right.
You know, this that gangster shit right here now. This the real deal.
Shit is real, right?
It's real,
Yeah.
but also too, it doesn't just affect the person that's going to jail. It affects the
it affects
family
so
around
many
them.
more.
You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it's kind of really hard to speak up, or somebody really speak up and say too much for him, because he was performing and acting out a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Me, when I got locked up and went to prison, I actually was doing what I needed to do. I'm going to work every day. I ain't got no trouble going on, and I got locked up for bullying a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? So it was It was more easier for people to speak up for me, not feeling like they're putting their neck out on the line for, say, if you just being like a little ignorant. And we all in the music industry, we all a little ignorant, and we all need to be humble sometimes. But, you know, you got to always stay in a space where you can have some type of backup and people to speak up for you, because it's a sad situation when somebody got to lose their freedom and their family can't really
everyone
connect.
gets affected, you know.
It's a big deal.
And you think to yourself, nah, it's cool. You know what I mean? I could do whatever, but you don't really think about the people that it'll affect behind you.
And it's another message to, like, all the other younger rappers that's coming up, too. Like, watch who you surround yourself around, too, coming up. It ain't having 50 people around you that means that, and two people got a job, and it means nothing. It could get you in a lot of trouble that everybody don't make it out. Not saying he ain't gonna make it out of his situation, but, you know, it gets you in a lot of trouble that
dog.
It's hard to make it out.
That support, the support that you received from your peers when you were locked up was tremendous, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Hart came through. Who else came through?
Jay-Z came through. Beyonce came through.
Wow.
She was at a free Meek on the song. I was happy in jail when I heard that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Michael Rubin, my friend, he one of the co-owners of 6ix9ine. Robert Kraft was coming to see me. He came through and spoke up for me. T.I. definitely came through.
That's right.
Rick Ross automatically held me down, my whole city. The people, the supporters just throughout the world in the United States held me down. It was a lot of people that I don't even know that held me down.
It was tremendous, though, man. I was
it was great. Yeah, I've been in jail a few times for the same level of not committing crime, and I had nobody say nothing. So for that one point, the people to realize like, oh, what did you go to? You got years in the penitentiary for what? Willing a motorcycle. I Willie motorcycles on my Instagram. If you follow me, I've been doing this for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
It never was labeled as a crime.
Yo, describe Philly rap in 3 words.
Bars, lyrical, aggressive. And like my new thing with a lot of Philly rap is we got a little Uzi, we got P&B Rock, we got a few like mainstream artists, but the people that's not mainstream, we spend a lot of time on just lyrics and like making hot bars and just rapping. I've been sending a few artists like DMs like, yo, make hot songs. Like you might come here, you can't come in here and just have a 16 bar or 32 bars on a flash drive and expect to get played.
Yep. It's very smart.
On power. Like focus on what really makes the money and what really drives the game.
Yeah, you gotta have a hook, maybe a chorus.
It's from Philly who I love? Jill Scott. Hi,
Yeah.
Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott.
Jill Scott rocking that mic. I like
Oh, okay. I wasn't talking about that right there.
I love Jill Scott too.
Shouting out my girl, Jill
Shout
Scott.
out to Jill Scott.
Man, she step up to the mic.
Another one from Philadelphia too is Tierra Whack. She like the next biggest thing coming out of Philadelphia. She very artistic. She from my neighborhood. I think she gonna be one of the biggest females in the music business in a short period of time.
Shout out to Snoop, rest in peace. I see him on the chest, my guy.
Snoop, yeah, definitely. I'm always representing. This is like my little brother.
You take him everywhere you go.
We took him from like Louisiana and like kind of brought him on the road with us and showed him a better life. And unfortunately, he went back to his neighborhood, lost his life to gun violence. So I'm still repping him nonstop.
Yeah, you take his spirit with you, man. What's up, Lecture?
Speaking of new artists, I know you took under your wing Roddy Ricch.
Shout out to Roddy Ricch too. Yeah, let's talk about that. Roddy Ricch, West Side champion. As soon as I heard Roddy Ricch music, I already knew he was out of here from the door. I started posting it. Everybody that rock with me started posting it, and it Die Young became the biggest things on the East Coast. I know on the West Coast, I see he be doing his shows. Yeah. Everybody coming out and supporting him, all the young kids rocking with him heavy.
Initially, I didn't think he was from Compton. He sounded more Atlanta to me.
Yeah,
did you get that reaction?
And I like that too. I love that when artists don't feel like they gotta contain themselves. And be like, you don't have to
broaden
be.
Their sound, right?
I'm from Philadelphia. Everybody Muslim. I'm just not Muslim. But probably 95% of people who are Muslim. I'm not. I ain't want to just be like, I gotta be a certain way. Like you don't have to be. Sound this way just because you're from this area. I think he's been influenced by hip hop period, and we all inspire each other. I don't care what nobody say. Like I look at Instagram and like a lot of stuff when they be like, yo man, this guy, he got my flow or he got my style. They be like, yo, you got that style from somebody you was inspired by. That person got that style.
Right. It just
how could you
down.
dare claim that? So I think he was inspired by just hip hop, and I think he swagged it up and put it together with his sauce and mixed it up in the pot.
Circling back to prison reform really quick for the people that are watching, what is the first step that they can do when it comes to prison reform? There's a lot of people that are affected by it right now that are watching this interview.
What do people need to know?
But they don't know what to do.
Really vote too, and be social, like make noise, use your voice and make noise about the situation. That's how I got out of prison. Like my city, America, made a lot of noise about me having a 2 to 4 year sentence about popping a Willie. If it wasn't for that, Supreme Courts or the higher courts would have never heard the voice of the people to even pay attention to what I got going on. So you were getting
word from inside, right, that everyone was supporting you out here.
Yeah, we had TVs in there, so we was watching. I was watching TV.
Yeah, what did you feel like when you're sitting back and watching? You're like, dang, this is all for me. Like, this is crazy, right?
Yeah, you be used to being on TV and seeing yourself, but like it felt good to see people standing up for you in your worst times. You know what I'm saying? Where it didn't have nothing to do with music. Like it was really about helping me get back home to my family. So that's why I came home and was supporting the reform situation so heavy, because I actually was in a penitentiary this time, not just like a prison, a penitentiary where it's like a big institution where like it's a lot of young black Spanish males caught up in situations that they don't really even deserve to be in jail. Like some people took deals because they didn't have lawyers and
they couldn't afford it. Right.
Yeah,
they don't have the means to do so.
You're not guilty. You got to go in front of parole board and admit you was guilty to come home, but you're not really guilty. You just took a deal because you didn't have the money for a lawyer to fight a case. There's thousands of them. So sitting around kids like that and older guys who got life because they know they was there when something happened and they didn't want to snitch and be a part of working with the police. The cops gave them time because they couldn't catch the real person, and they end up in a bad situation. So, I seen a lot.
Yeah, and you say prisoners need a whole new set of rights.
Yeah, everybody need
right.
The black people and Spanish people need a whole new set of rights.
Right, man.
It should be like, you shouldn't even be able to get accused of nothing. Like somebody, like a girl could just go on the radio right now and just say I raped her tomorrow. If that's not true and somebody accuse you of something, you should be penalized for that too.
I agree.
I could be walking down the street and a person say I put my hands on them. If I'm on probation, I'm gonna go straight to jail, and I'm gonna have to
until
wait
they figure it out. Yeah.
The people that wrongfully accuse other people. Absolutely.
Yeah, and if they were wrong and they were caught being wrong, nothing happens to them. Is that what you're saying?
No, nothing happened to them. Huh? Shit, cops do it most of the time too. It's a lot. It's a lot where they charge people with reckless crimes, and when the evidence comes out, it's like a clear fact that you lied. So you said what I hit and run in Philadelphia. Was in L.A. today.
Yeah.
And you ain't know I was in L.A., but you accused me of a crime, and you got caught in your lie. You should be penalized for that. Or like probation. I've been on probation since I was 18 years old. I'm 31 years old right now.
Wow.
So I've been coming out of Cali all this time, can't smoke. Which
is tough out here.
Yeah. For real.
It's tough out here. Because we got that
good.
fire, Meek.
You could be like an Army veteran and be like, yo, I seen people die in the Army and got PTSD. I got PTSD too. I seen people die in my neighborhood 7 days a week.
You see
since a baby.
Yeah.
Since a baby. I come up in a roofless neighborhood, so I'm gonna need to smoke too.
Yeah. Who do you fuck with out here on the West Coast?
Everybody. I fuck with everybody. The main people I rock with is like that, as like on a friendship level. Mustard, YG, Nipsey, Roddy, Ricch, of course. Is it
the Crew Show?
Yeah, of course.
Crew Show?
Yeah. Of course, I rock with all the major LA artists. It's a few artists. I can't remember. I followed them like probably like a week ago from LA, because I always like to watch.
Blueface making noise. I don't know. Blueface. He got a record called Tatiana.
Blueface.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that. I've been seeing him on my timeline a lot. I fuck with Mozzie a lot. I've been a lot of Mozzie. It's a lot. Everybody though. I rock with the whole West Coast.
You learning
Lamar,
Spanish?
Everybody.
Spanish music is a wave right now, bro.
Yeah,
you learning Spanish? What are we doing?
I got a Spanish on my project. I got two Spanish people. I got Melly from she's from Harlem. She's an up and coming artist.
Bro.
Yeah,
she got the Icy record, right?
Yeah, I got Anuel. We got Cardi Spanish too.
That's right.
I spent most of my time doing my music in New York. In 2018, I spent a lot of time with all Spanish girls around me. Ate a lot of beans.
Coño.
Yeah, and so that was a heavy influence on my music. So I just do what I feel.
Hey, man, listen. All right, so the Motivation Tour, you can start buying tickets on Friday. The album drops on Friday. We're talking championships Friday. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, too.
My guy, man. You're welcome at Power 106 anytime.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm always here to come through. Whenever y'all got something going, let me know.
There's a question on here I'd like him to answer.
What is it?
Go ahead.
Meek Mill, please describe your holidays at your house in 3 words. I'm just curious.
Dangerous.
What, in my house?
Yeah.
Or how it was?
Describe the holidays at your house.
My house would be kind of different. It'd probably be 20 kids.
20 kids.
What holidays we talking about? Christmas?
Let's talk about Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of money spent. A lot of kids and family time. It'd be simple. It don't be like everybody welcome thing. Like I spend a lot of time on the road, so when I go holiday time, I spend it with the main family ones.
Right.
What's the conversation like with your son?
Yeah.
And you going through what you went through.
When I was in jail, nobody want to tell my son. I was like, I'm in jail.
You told him?
Yeah, I'm in jail for popping a woolie, just to let him understand what he up against. My son, he kind of like, he acts a little bit older, so I could talk to him as if he's a little older and explain everything to him. Like when he was coming to see me in prison. That was the biggest really like issue with me. It was kind of embarrassing for your son to have to see you in them type situations.
Sure.
But I talk about all that on my album. Really talking about your son coming to see you in prison when he see a lot of people marching for me and supporting me, and deep in his mind, he may think that this might be the right thing to do to go to prison. My dad went to prison before, so they don't think it's like a big a big deal, but you know, we talked about it a lot, and really, I try to erase that from his life and really focus
How old is
on
he?
Good.
7. My son's 7 years
Oh,
old.
okay.
Yeah, so he's old enough to understand.
He gets it.
Yeah, definitely understand. He got YouTube. Any of y'all kids
Yo.
got YouTube. He
Oh,
understand everything.
man.
YouTube University, my
Your
guy.
kids start saying, "Hey guys," you know they understand everything.
Yo, the Motivation Tour, championships all Friday. Meek Mill, congratulations, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me too. Shout out to the whole West Side. Shout out to Roddy, Ricch.
Yeah.
Championships in stores this Friday is going down. Let's get it.
I
On
can't wait
all
to hear this
streaming
album,
platforms.
yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a major album, man. Meek Mill, Cruise Show, Power 106.